Hello, my name's Robert and I'm the History Nut. I'm here to talk to you about how related we are. Am I related to you? You might not think so, but we probably are. So, back about 3,500 years ago, my ancestors were in India. My parents are Croatian, but their ancestors were in India. Now, what can I say to back that up? Right, the Croatians call themselves the Hrvati. That comes from Persia. So, with the Persians, they were controlling northern part of India at the time, and they decided that the people of the Saraswati River were the Hrvati. There you go. So we're from India. But it doesn't stop there. No. Apparently, the Indians, who at the time were speaking Sanskrit's gone everywhere. It even affects English. For one thing, they call a house a doma. Slavs say doma. England, it's in kingdom. So the king's house, kingdom. Now, how many people have Sanskrit language? Well, let's see. In the Volgograd region of Russia, Professor Durga Prasad Shistri said that the Volgograd region in Russia is the closest to Sanskrit. He was told that he could talk to people in Sanskrit and they would answer in Russian and he didn't need an interpreter. So this lady's written in and saying that she saw an Indian doctor, Dr. Shuba, and the lady was Macedonian. She says, wow, in Macedonian, Shuba means beautiful female. And she replied, that is what it means in Indian. Now, 3,500 years ago, the Vedas were written. That's the holy book for Hindu people. And in Polish, they don't have Veda, but they have Vezda, which means knowledge. And we have the Russian pagan gods from, let's see, they have Khrushchev, and in Hindus have Krishna. Russian, the Shiva, Hindu, Shiva. The Russians have Vishe, Hindus Vishnu. Russians have Rabat, Hindus have Rama. Russians have Surya, Hindus have Surya. Russians have Svarog, Hindus have Svaraj Mumu. Right, in Russia they have the story about Prince Ivan who fights a many-headed serpent in the Kalinov Bridge. And in Hindu literature they have Krishna fights a many-headed serpent on the bridge Kalindi. Now, who else comes from this same culture? So you've got the Slavs, you've got the Indians, but in the middle you have all these countries with Stan. Stan means the place where you live in Croatian and Hindi. So you have Afghanistan, Pakistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan. Now, the name Iran comes from the word Aryan, the people who are mentioned in the Vedas of coming into the country. So Iran, Aryan. The name in Iraq, Baghdad. Baghdad comes from Bogdan. In Sanskrit, it actually comes from the Sanskrit, which means God-given. So Baghdad, in Russian and Slav, in Bogdan means God-given as well. Now, in Croatia, you have the place called Hvar, Hvar. But in Indo-European, it's, how was it? In the Vedics, they have Slav, who's their sun god. Oh, the word tata for dad. I grew up calling my dad tata when I was a kid, before going to dad. But that tata is 7,000 years old. So we've sort of gone for centuries and centuries, millennium and millennium, and now it's suddenly stopped. Now, and you might have noticed that all of the national costumes of the Slavs and all those Stan countries, they look similar because they're all the same people. So, how far has Sanskrit travelled? It's gone all the way to the Slavs, through the Germanic people, to England, Spain. How far east has it gone? It's gone to Korea, because South Korea uses the word yobo for someone who they love, and in Slav it's yubav, and in Sanskrit it's yobo. So it's travelled everywhere. So they've got yubav or belo in Sanskrit. In Slav it's bilo, that means white, and South Korean it's belo. Lepa, Sanskrit. Lipa, Slav, meaning beautiful. Korean, lepa, again. So it's just travelled everywhere. So, and just in case you're beginning to lose interest, the whole Adriatic coast of Croatia. Let's see, all the names of the towns. Rupa, Russia, Vukovac, Kashan, Budimir. There's about 12 of them here. They're all Sanskrit based. So this means there's a Vedic influence there. It's in the name of all the towns. And the Polish dress code, exactly the same as the Indian dress code. Same. So, to summarize, whether India was invaded, or there was a migration into India, or from India expanded out, it doesn't actually matter. But what we do know is their language and the DNA has travelled to Korea, to England, to Spain, and everything in between. And Slav is a Sanskrit language. Vanik Kumar, he was studied Sanskrit, decided to visit Yugoslavia, did the language, realised it was pretty much the same. He said that it's at least 70% Sanskrit based. So, we're probably related. So, my name's Robert, I'm the History Nut. If you like this, please press like and subscribe. And I'll be bringing out a new video next week. See you then.